This dude right here, look at that, camera to camera. This guy right here is the one that makes a lot of
We've traveled the world together, you know that, right?
This dude make a lot of the Redcon videos now.
It is April 12th, 2022, and today, Cedric Mcmillan has passed away. IFBB pro bodybuilder. I'm wearing this cool Meathead Nation shirt that he loved dearly. It had the Army colors on it, so I'm wearing this to do this video. And if you've been following my entire career, I've been shooting and recording and taking photographs with a lot of IFBB pros, men and women. And one thing that sucks is that when something happens like this, eventually I get hurt because we establish friendships that go a long way. I've traveled the world with these athletes. I've known their coaches and I've built content with them. Videos that you guys have seen, videos that you guys have shared. And it's really sad with something like this happen because it's very unexpected. I am literally shooting from the hip here. I'm really shooting because no script, no nothing. When I was young, at a very young age, I was very into comic books like everybody else in my childhood. And I went to a comic book store once and I love Superman. And Superman, Batman, and superheroes, but I really like Superman. And I remember going into a comic book store and the owner looked at me, obviously watching the Superman area, the comic book, the action figures and everything. And I remember him coming over to me and he said, "Do you like Superman?" I'm like, "Yes, it's one of my favorite superhero of all time." He said, "Do you want me to tell you something that probably nobody would ever tell you about Superman?" And I said, "Of course, I know everything about Superman." And the owner, I'll never forget this, he said, "Do you know how tragic it is to be Superman?" And I'm like, "Tragic? He's Superman, he can do it all." And he made my mind blown when he just said, "You realize that it's very tragic to be Superman because Superman has to watch everybody around him die." And at that moment, it felt really weird just to be like a comic book fan because you don't think about that when you're, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old. You just don't think about that. And with everything that's happened in the world of bodybuilding and fitness for the past 6, 7 years, it's been tragic. We've lost Rich Piana, Dallas McCarver, Luke Sandow, John Meadows, Sean Roden, George Peterson, now Cedric Mcmillan, among other people. This is just on top of my head. And these are people that I've worked with and I've had established relationships. And it's very sad to be here doing a video, but if I don't do this video now, I won't do it. A lot of you have talked to me about when am I gonna release like a Sean Roden tribute video, and I still haven't gotten around to it. It hurts too much because we were that close. And I have footage of him that I would like to be displayed a certain way, but in reality, it's hard. It's for me personally. You see guys online doing all this motivation stuff for likes and for people to share and stuff, and they steal content from everybody. And they don't care. They just put it out there, period. Some of them are great, some of them are terrible. It is what it is. For me, that's my content. That's the content that I want to produce out there for you to see, and I'll take my time with it. And when I'm ready, I'll let you guys know. It's pretty much the same thing with Cedric, because Cedric and Sean, they both were with SciTech Nutrition. And SciTech Nutrition helped me in my career because we traveled with them, especially in Europe. And we did the booth. Fuad Abiad was there too. Ben Pakolsky was there as well. And we all clicked. We all had the same cool little gang. And Sean Roden had Chris Aceto as a coach, and Cedric had Chris Aceto as a coach. So we're all one happy family. We did many things, Cedric and I, ever since he won that New York Pro. We did many videos with SciTech Nutrition. We traveled. We went to ups, we went to many downs. I did one of his favorite videos when he's doing the Arnold twisting double bicep pose, and I did a transition with Arnold when he won that show, and I did this whole great package that he loved, and he posted it.
Finally!
Eventually, he moved on to better things, and then he landed on Redcon 1, which I was working there at the time, and we clicked back on again. And I did his videos, did his pictures too, did a lot of cool things with him. He was always texting me that he needed 15 to 30-second videos. He was always, his humor was amazing, which I'll talk in a minute, but he was always hounding me because he needed content, because Aaron Singerman told him straight up, listen, you're here, people love you, you need to produce content. So it's funny because one of the last text messages from that era, he was just asking me, hey, please, I need video, create something. And a cool story, when he went into the company, when he came to the company to do the big intro, he came at me, he's like, Johnny, I need one of those cool wrestling videos that you do with me, but I don't want to act. And I'm like, Cedric, you need to say something. You need to at least talk. Say, no, just stand me somewhere, make me look cool, and that's it. And it was funny because I said, do you at least have your army gear on? And he had brought in his army gear, and Redcon has a army truck in the back, and I just said, just put your gear on, and I'll make you look cool.
I'm Cedric Mcmillan, and I am Redcon 1.
And it was funny because that eventually we did that video in 6 minutes, and it traveled the world. That was his introduction to the family of Redcon 1, and it was funny because that was our chemistry. I knew what he wanted, and I knew exactly how to portray it. Personally, Cedric is what I call a charismatic enigma, if you know what I mean. If you met him in person, behind the scenes, his humor was amazing. He's very, very, very funny. And he, like Kai Green, he drew amazing art, pieces of art that they're amazing. They're amazing. I have no words. And even Kai Green can attest to that. Great human being. We did a live show, and he was watching porn, and it was awesome because he told me straight up, he's like, when you're gonna go live, I'm gonna pretend like I'm watching porn. And I don't know any other IFBB pro bodybuilder that does that, ever. And we had it done on live TV, believe it or not. And he was doing the interview from his mother's house. And his mother used to walk in on him every now and then. It was crazy, but the mother alone kept talking to him. It was awesome, and he never broke character, and there was no character. That was Cedric Mcmillan, and it was awesome, That's the person that you get, and I will never forget that about him.
Well, without further ado, let's get the huge dude that was in the commercial just a moment ago onto the show. Oh, is he watching a video or something on here? Cedric.
Oh, shit.
I see you're on Johnny's page.
About his body, his frame. There's two people that come. I mean, there's one people that come to mind too. It's like Tony Freeman and Cedric Mcmillan. They're both taller bodybuilders. They have the X frame, which in reality is one of the most amazing bodies that, if you're real with yourself, there's two types of people in the world. The people that want to look like a juggernaut, like Luke Sandow, Das McCover, like a freak. And there's another people that want to look more athletic, built, round muscle bellies, but you can still look athletic. You know, Tony Freeman had that. He had it too. And it was crazy because the way he posed, it was one of the best posers on stage. He could deliver and he could pretend on stage that what he's showing you was very comic book-like, very superhero-like. When we did the Arnold Classic in Melbourne, Australia, he didn't tell anybody. He didn't even tell Arnold that he had a custom-made bracelet, which I shot beforehand. And he said, Johnny, I'm gonna wear this and I'm gonna let it fly in the air like this and it's gonna come down. And people didn't know about it, but it was just an Arnold posed bracelet. You see, his mind was always thinking about things to make the industry better, a more storyline kind of thing. Those are things that, you know, people will remember about him, no doubt. His X-frame body and his posing. You never knew what Cedric Mcmillan you were gonna get. He can look amazing and he can look okay. That was just Cedric, and he didn't care. Which takes me to the last point, which is his legacy. I think Cedric Mcmillan's legacy would be that he was, in any way possible, he was trying to change the industry. He was trying to change the game into a more aesthetically pleasing look, because he was a fan of Arnold. He was a fan of all these classic guys, right? That, you know, have a more symmetrical, aesthetic, pleasing physique. And he was always very aware of how to present your body. I was really happy when Sean Roden won the Olympia, and I was really happy when Cedric won the Arnold, because I was right there. There was the judges, first row of the press, and I was right behind it. And I captured that all on video. And when he came backstage, he still couldn't believe it. So his mindset wasn't always the best, because similar to a lot of people that you may know personally, he probably didn't think that he had the body to win a Mr. Olympia. He probably didn't believe it. And it sucks, because he did have the body. He did have what it took to make it in this industry. He's just, sometimes his mind played a lot of games with him. And a lot of insecurities made him probably not do more shows. But now he was on his way back. And I was super happy that I was gonna be able to shoot him one more time on stage. Now things are different. And the only thing that comes to mind is, you know, he's gonna be up there with all these guys. He's gonna be up there with Sean Roden. They're gonna be doing jokes all day, all night. So this has been Johnny Styles. Please be grateful for the life you have. Everything we have here, we're here. We're still here. Some people go to bed and the next day is their last day. This has been Johnny Styles. Let me know what you guys think. Any ideas, any things that you have in your head about Cedric, you can comment below. I'll be posting this video on YouTube as well. If you follow my YouTube, you know that I've done this before with other athletes. And it's not cool to be doing this, but I just needed to say something, because if I don't, I really won't do any videos at all. This has been Johnny Styles. Thanks for watching.